Hi guys, you're on vrm24.com and today we're going to assemble Huawei Nova 11. First of all, we need to remove the card tray. To do this, we use a special tool. We insert it into the hole and carefully push out the card tray. If the tray doesn't come out well, we can additionally use tweezers. Please note that the card tray hole is located next to the hole for the microphone, so be careful. Next, we need to heat the surface of the back cover to approximately 70 degrees Celsius or 160 degrees Fahrenheit. For this, we use a heating mat. You can use a hair dryer. And after 10 minutes, we can move on to detaching the back cover. To detach the back cover, we first use a thin metal tool, because we have the back cover slightly recessed. We carefully leave the back cover from one edge and then use a thin plastic film to cut off the adhesive backing. We carefully pass the tool along the edge, thus detaching the back cover. Please note that the cover in the camera area is very firmly glued. The adhesive is located close to the cameras, so it is extremely difficult to detach the cover in this place. Okay, we carefully open the back cover. On the back cover we have only the gasket presented. And pay attention to the place where the back cover is taped in the camera area. After that, we move on to unscrewing the screws at the top. For this we use a Phillips screwdriver 1.5 mm or Phillips #3O. It is better to place the screws on a special surface in a certain order, so that we don't confuse anything when reassembling. And we carefully remove the screws. If the screws get stuck, we can use tweezers. After that, we can move on to detaching the cover at the top. To do this, we use tweezers with the ceramic tips so as not to short out anything on the motherboard. So we carefully detach the cover with the contact pads and antenna transmission lines and put it aside. After that, we disconnect the two battery connectors with a non-metallic tool. Then we proceed to unscrewing the screws in the bottom part. For this, we also use a Phillips screwdriver 1.5 mm or Phillips #3O. It is better, of course, to place the screws separately from the previous ones. After removing the screws, we can detach the cover with a speaker. We find the right place where we can carefully hook, lift and remove the cover with a loudspeaker and put it aside. After that, we disconnect the fingerprint sensor connector. We disconnect the two interboard cable connectors. We disconnect the two connectors of the two coaxial cables and release the cables themselves from the clips, fixing them on a subboard. After that, we can detach the subboard. We also find the right place where we can carefully pry, lift and remove the subboard. The subboard contains the microphone, charging port, card connector and other elements. And our traditional quick test of the microphone hole. The microphone hole is located in the display frame, has an L shape and it is located perpendicular to the microphone hole on the subboard, and the microphone body on the subboard is located on the back side. Accordingly, if we insert something into the microphone hole, we can't damage the microphone, but water can. And in the display frame we have a fingerprint sensor and vibration motor. So, we move on to disconnecting the connectors on the motherboard. We disconnect the connectors for the two coaxial cables, then we can disconnect the display cable connector. We can also disconnect the interboard cable connector. And we can detach the rear cameras. it is better to hold the cameras so that they don't accidentally pop out, fall down and damage the lenses. We put the rear camera aside. We can also detach the front camera, still holding the camera by the edge as well. We put it to the side. After that, we need to unscrew 2 screws that secure the motherboard. For this, we also use Phillips #TO screwdriver. The screws, of course, it is better to place them separately from the previous ones, as they may be different. So we remove the screws, and after that we move on to detaching the motherboard. All the same, we need to find the right place where we can hook and detach the motherboard. Finally, we move on to detaching the battery. Traditionally for Huawei we have 3 brown tabs with the numbers 1, 2 and 3. The tabs that are located on the edges should be carefully turned aside, and the tab that is located in the middle should be pulled up. And we remove the battery. Under the battery we have a transparent protective coating protecting the interport cable and the cable to the display. So this is the end of our disassembly. Thank you for watching and see you around.
Okay guys, now we're done. Thank you for watching. If you like what we do, please consider subscribing to our YouTube channel or read our articles on our website. Take care of yourself and until next video.